Ahoy gamers and welcome back to Titan Quest 2, where this week we start a new series of us playing through the early access game as an unblessed hardcore solo self-found. What's an unblessed? Well, we cannot spec towards any of the different classes, so we are going through essentially as a naked character. We have no skills, we can only bonk things, dodge and use a bit of barrier. That's all we can do. So in this first episode, we take the fight to the Gryphon as we attempt to beat her. I'm not going to give you any spoilers, so without further ado, let's jump straight on in. We're back in Titan Quest 2, as we're going to be playing through as a different character this time. So obviously we did a playthrough playing as Rothmer and Rothmer 2, one being a battle mage, one being a reaver. We'll be going again this time. It's going to be a slight twist. We're going to be playing through as, don't care what I look like, we'll be playing through as an unblessed. What does that mean? We are not going to give ourselves any specialities. We're not going to be a warrior, we're not going to be going down a rogue route, we're just going to be unblessed. We're not going to give ourselves a spec. We're obviously going to be a hardcore solo self-found. So the only skills we're going to be allowed to use are the basic skills, which you get at... These are the only skills we're going to be able to use, these core skills. You've got primary attack, secondary attack, and then a panic dodge. You may get a bit of barrier later. I think we need a shield for barrier. So that's how we're going to play this. It's going to be a bit emotional. Obviously, we're not focused on the story at all. We're just going to be playing through the game, and we just see what happens. Each video will be a series, just like most of my channel. Is a series. So as we go through the series, we'll just jump in and out as we go. Any form of progression we'll try and show, to be quite honest. We are going to be heavy armored. I think that's going to be probably the best bet. We're going to have to be careful with being heavy armored, to be honest, but we'll give it a go. And hopefully this first episode we can probably get to maybe the area where the Gryphons are, not the Gryphon itself. We'll get to the town that's been overrun by the Gryphon's cult. That's going to be the goal for today's video, is at least to get there. The next week's video we'll try and take on the Gryphon. The week after we'll then obviously start the farmlands. So that's the intention for today. Hopefully it works out that well. I'm not really sure how we're going to spec this character. But we do need to kill as many mobs as possible. That's for sure. We need to get as much experience. Because we do need to level up. We need to get as much points into our tributes and many points into our core skills as well. And I think barrier might be the way forward. Obviously, short bow is quite useful, being ranged, but you really kind of need... We're going to have to be melee. At least I feel like we're going to have to be melee. We'll at least start the beginning off as melee. Because we're not going to have any magic. So it's pointless us getting a ranged weapon. I could be wrong, but I think melee is the way forward.
You've never fought the likes of a Gryphon.
Obviously, we're probably going to suffer against the Gryphon, but we'll see. We'll just need a really good weapon. So there is a shop before we get to the Gryphon. So hopefully we can get something good from the shop before we get to the Gryphon. But obviously that's very much RNG related or based. We're not going to be checking every single nook and cranny either. We're just going to be making our way through. At least in the starter islands, it doesn't really matter here. This King Crab absolutely ruined us there. There we go.
Here we are.
Yeah, thank you for the conversation. So hopefully there you go, level 2. Let's put some skill points in. So we're just going to put points into vigor. And then skill points, we've got 2 points here. So this is our left click skills number 1 here. We want to level this up twice. And we want to put this into, so penetrate, don't care too much about penetrate. Ailment chance, don't care about that. Extra vitality damage. I think it might have to be vitality damage. Yeah, we're going to have to do vitality damage. I think that's the only thing we can go for. Anything viable, to be quite honest. And then doesn't feel like I'm doing more damage.
The priests of Mycenae protect their shrines.
But obviously it is based on my weapon. We do need to get a better weapon. Obviously, I think the next time we level up, we're going to put a point into our dodge. So we want to get our dodge at a high level as well. It's a hand axe. So obviously that's now two-handed weapons. That's fine. Does it increase our... Okay, it has slightly increased our DPS. Not by much, but it's better than nothing. And chop our way through. This is normally the cave where you get your specializations. So you can ignore most of these mobs, to be quite honest.
Give me a moment.
Or not. You have to fight these mobs.
Fight them off while I unseal this door.
And just get out of his way. So I do want to get myself a better dodge. I think there's Blink, which is small teleport, which is probably the best one we can go for. We can go for this door. Double axe. Let's go for double axe. There we go. Big hit. I think we may have to focus on like two-handed weapons like this, because we're going to have to just try and do as much damage as possible and rely on our dodge as much as possible as well. 22 damage per second is not bad.
Ancient called this the Shrine of Divine Mastery.
Right, we have to activate this.
Only those that you're the...
Oh, we have to receive the blessings. We have to receive the blessing, that's fine. But it doesn't mean we have to do anything with the blessing. Nope. We don't care about any of these.
No. This should you saw how the shrine.
Okay, there we go. So obviously it's going to keep telling me to choose a mastery. We're not going to choose a mastery. We're going to stay as we are. Should be an unblessed. Alright, so now we're going to obviously make our way to the town. I am interested in killing as many mobs as possible. Should get to level 3. So now when we get to the town, then I can kind of relax a little bit. So there is a shop there. I can't remember what the map's like. Okay, there's a shop here actually. If I remember correctly. Yeah, here's a shop. Perfect.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't really care what you have to say to me, to be perfectly honest. No. Okay, no, it's fine. I just unequipped and re-equipped some items. That's fine. Right, some melee weapons. Do you have anything good? Okay, I can't afford anything. That's fine. That is completely fine. I didn't expect to be able to buy anything anyway. It's just wishful thinking, really. We are going to do the side quest here. We're going to the cave just to the south here. After we take on all these wolves, of course. Oh, there's the side quest. This guy here.
Who taught you to fight?
There we go.
Well,
there's the jar.
I'm stuck in this jar. No, you can't open it. But you can take me to the
So we need to take him to the shrine. We'll clear out these caves first.
Raven card can fix this.
Get a bit more experience. Because it should level us up this den. I wasn't looking at my health, I was looking at RuneScape. I've got RuneScape on a second screen. Be back in a couple moments. So, attempt number 2. You see I'm already a level higher than I was last time. So I actually killed all the mobs in the previous area. And I'm now going on a killing spree of killing absolutely everything. Did find a blue item, which is nice. It doesn't make much difference because I'm still going to be really weak. But hey, I'll take it. And these pauldrons, yeah, we'll take these pauldrons as well. So as soon as we get into the mainland, there is something we will want to do, and that's to get to the very top of the farmlands. Because at the top of the farmlands, you can get the vendor up there sells the best gear for the farmlands. So as soon as we get the waypoint up there, whenever we get any money, we should go up there and try and at least use either the barter. There's essentially a gamble merchant up there, or we just hope that the merchant up there has decent gear. Probably best to wait for the actual level, because it's around about level 19 to level 20. But if we start getting gear early, then there might be a chance we can get something good waiting for us. So we are going to do a side quest, which should just be down here, I believe. No, I may be wrong on this one. But we are going to do a side quest, 100%. Because that's a nice, easy bit of experience. Don't know whether it gives you much money. So there's a little camp here. Can't remember. I generally have forgotten what this what this map actually looks like. Okay, you want to take these out, that's fine. Bonk there, awesome. And we're going to pop barrier. Barrier is going to be very important for us to survive as well. It's going to be interesting how good a unblessed character is going to be. Because in theory, they shouldn't be good at all. But the fact you get barrier, you also get relatively good movement skill. We might be okay. It's just going to be quite difficult. But I do like to play my games quite difficult, in a difficult way. Because you'll notice that last week my Path Exile, not Path Exile, Titan Quest 1 character died. Which is a big sad, because that took me a long time to get that far. So I'm a bit sad about that. But I was playing before all the difficulties enhanced, well, enacted, so it was quite difficult. Right, with that in mind, Bardesh should just be this down here. So we come into the back of the tomb. I don't mind being snared, that's fine. So if this character survives, I'd like to do the entire game and it slowly gets released over time. Vitality damage and energy, that's what we want. We want as much vitality damage as possible.
Fine. Now get out of here.
Does it give me anything good? Okay, ooh. Two-handed club. That's quite a good little upgrade. And a little bit of experience. So we should be killing things in one hit now. We are definitely killing things in one hit. And we're slowly getting some upgrades of some of these items here. And then obviously these guys bonk. A bit sad didn't kill him in one hit. This Invoker, 2 hits maybe? Yeah, 2 hits. Perfect. And there's level 4. Go and pop a barrier just in case. Open this chest down here. And there we go. Bonk. Bonk. Okay. Let's put a point into Vigor and Might. And then let's put both our points into this primary attack. We can get another Vitality Drain. So we can almost one-shot these normal skeletons now. Click that. There we go. That will allow us to leave. I'm picking up every single grey item on the floor as well. Just for the extra money. So money will be a slight issue later on. Or will be just a slight issue, full stop. Oh, new helmet. That's good. Let's have a look. Any good? Yes. Yeah, that's a big upgrade. So before we get to the Gryphon, so next week's episode will be us continuing this. Before we get to the Gryphon, we will farm. There's a little farming area you can do, which is essentially the entire pathway up to the Gryphon. It's quite good to farm on, so I'll do a lot of that. Plated robes? No, don't. So I'll do a lot of farming along the entire path to the Gryphon. Good experience, relatively good loot. We'll do that until we get a few levels under our belt. Alright, let's go and take on some of these warriors, shall we? Okay, we definitely want to pop our barrier here. I'm not sure whether we want to use a shield or whether we just want to go two-handed. Two-handed will mean that we can do big damage like this. We are absolutely chunking them. But it will mean that we lose a bit of our survivability. I don't know. It's a hard one to call. It's a little bit early to call as well. I think it's going to be based on if we find any gear, that is. So this way we'll reconnect to the path we just came from. So I'm going to quickly go in. 15% crit hit chance. That's quite nice. We can quickly go clear this out. As we're just clearing the last of this area, we're just going to head towards the village now. I'm starting to think it might be worth us just trying the Gryphon in this episode. So we are going to go try the Gryphon in this episode. It makes sense. We're already at the village. It's only going to be, video's going to be 16 minutes long by the time we secure the village. So yeah, we are going to go do the Gryphon today. It's going to require me to do a bit of grinding. The next episode will probably be us. I don't know what boss we're going to get to tomorrow. Next episode. But yeah, Gryphon today. Next week will be a different story. There are a lot of issues and problems in the open world. So we could just be exploring the open world next week. Then we can do like a mini boss each week. Because there is one, maybe 2 other mini bosses in the open world we can probably find. I can't remember what they're all called, but I know there is a couple. Because there's the one in the graveyard. There's also the horse hippogriff thing. So there are 2 mini bosses before we fight the main boss. So we can probably take one on each of the next 2 videos. And then the week after will probably be us trying to finish the game. Or taking on Pan. I'm not too sure. There we go, so they're all going to come out. Always go in a big loop on this map, nice and easy. And make our way back down here. Bonk these boys out. Just like that, more loot. Okay, 4 inventory, that's a shame. There we go. And that's clear, awesome. So now we just need to clear the town square. And once we clear this out, easy. Should be only one more, maybe a couple more. Looks like that's it. Let's talk to her quickly. Yep, awesome.
Look who's grown us.
And here's some more worshippers. Quick, take these out. Okay. Did take a lot of damage there, but we was able to tank it. We definitely need a good health potion if we're going to just be unblessed. There you go. Job done. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to make our way. There's like a big path up here, then comes back round to the Gryphon. So we are going to clear most of that path out now. And then I'm going to farm it on my own, off camera. Go on, I want to trade. Yeah, so then I'll clear it on my own, and then we'll jump in as we fight the Gryphon. We'll do one together. I'll show you where you should spawn in if you're going to farm this area. There we go. I wish there was a faster like sell button, but unfortunately there's not. So there's this strike might. Yeah, we want to buy that, and that is for there. Perfect. So we spent nearly all of our money there, but we have got some better pauldrons now. I think level 4 is the max level gear for that vendor in this act at least. So these little pathways don't go anywhere. I don't bother with those little chests most of the time. We're just going to try and speed straight across this area. A couple boars. Unless they attack me, I'm just going to leave them alone. They are attacking me, that's fine. I don't know whether I'm not 100% sure if mobs de-aggro if you run away. There you go, they're down. Small Gryphon kills. For some reason my character's obsessed with that dead body there rather than that snake. Come on. These wolves are just stood there. Perfect. Even easier for me because I don't have to worry too much about them. And dagger. Amazing. Now we can make our way up here. This should come back. This is... Yeah, this is the right way. Good. It's been a couple of weeks since last played Titan Quest 2. I do love this game. Really good fun. Oh, not space.
Not yet.
So that's a dead end. We can ignore that. We can boop all these skeletons down. Just like that. We're very close to leveling here.
State your wish. You have room.
There we go. So this is, I think this is where you get a second blessing if I remember correctly. There you go, level 5. We'll take that.
You have been measured.
Awesome. So we can now get more points into you and you. Then we can level this up. I think it's probably best to level this up max first. More vitality drain. Well, we're probably going to stop now because we've got vitality drain done. We might get some dodge now or barrier. We might put a point into each. So now I just need to click this. This will obviously give us, would normally give you your next bonus there, Mastery 2, but we're not going to touch that. Don't care for that. Have got another point. So we're going to put this point into dodge. And then this should give us distance. I want to get teleport. But it does increase my base cooldown. That's the only problem. However, this one, more dodge speed. After dodge, increase all attack speed. Increase all speed. No, not attack speed. Cooldown charge. Yeah, okay. No, but you do want teleport, though. That's really useful. And then we've got one skill point in here, which we can put... Oh, no, we didn't get one skill point there. We've got one passive point. As you can't put any passive points down, only the active points. And then, yeah, you can see how quick these things die now. Well, by now, I mean, this is probably the quickest we're going to be able to kill most mobs. And then all the run is, to get a load of experience, is there is a waypoint that's just there, just at the bottom of the screen. Can't quite see it. We'll walk past it. But you essentially go from that waypoint, you run upwards to where we are now. There you go, kill that mob. Perfect. So you run up here. And then you will... Oh no, I think I ignore this. No, you do come up this way. You come through here, you kill these mobs very quickly, or as quickly as you want to. You then go through that door on the right hand side there. To go through the door, all you do is... 1 second, let me kill these mobs. This isn't going to be the quickest playthrough, that's for sure. To get through this door, you just break these. And then there is a light the light. Then through here, there's a big chest. Big chest. Sometimes get a good reward. There we go. We've got some heavy braces there. Which we've already got a set of rare heavy braces, but that's fine. Got a bow. Cold. No, don't need any of you. We've got agility, fire. No, that's not better than what we've got. We get more armor, but it's not better than what we've got. So I'd always come up here, check that chest. There is a chance for it to drop rares, not just magic items. And then you then come down here. Obviously, you spawn in from here. You just want to make sure you grab this waypoint. There you go, perfect. And then if you want experience, you don't have to do this for experience, but if you want experience, you want to obviously kill as many mobs as possible. Because Gryphon, I find the Gryphon's the first kind of real difficulty milestone.
No one's crazy enough to go through.
You can just ignore all these mobs if you don't want to get the experience. You just want the loot. Because you can get a lot of loot from this, especially some rares. And it's good to get you up early doors. Or you can just skip it. If you want experience, or you can come up here. There's a couple eagles up here. And then there is this nest here. If you activate the nest, so I just want to take out the last of these. If you activate the nest, you will get... As I take out the last eagle. This will drop an item. Normally it will be like some sort of talisman or ring. Won't always be one, but I think it has a higher chance of it being a talisman or ring. Because it makes sense. It's a bird's nest. Birds do tend to steal rings and things shiny. You can skip this if you don't want any accessories. And you come down here. Obviously clear out these bandits here are very annoying. And then if you want bonus experience, you will turn. Instead of when you go across this bridge, you turn directly right and you follow this path all the way around. This path doesn't go anywhere other than it's like an extra loop. You can go down there, you can get an extra kill or 2. I think it's like 3 extra birds that way. Not many extra mobs, but if you want extra experience, you can go that way. However, I won't go through that way this time. If you just want the loot and you don't really care about all of the experience or more kills, you can just ignore those and come this way. I want to be the other side of this guy, unfortunately. We seem to be surrounded, which is not ideal. Okay. Good thing most of them are melee, so they're just lining up to be bonked. And just like this, bonk them all down. And then what we want here is, I think there's like a chest or something down here. No, there's no chest. What we want here is actually to come around this circle. There's a lot of mobs here. I want to get out of that. And come on, bonk all down. Nice. This is relatively easy, to be honest, when you are actually playing as a class. Because then you actually do get some skills. These are all level 5. We're level 5 as well. So up until about level 9, 10, you actually do get a fair bit of experience from this. We're going to come up here. You see just there on the right hand side, there's a chest down there. You have to go down 2 ladders, or 1 ladder to go down here. And then there is just a little group of enemies just here. You can kill this group of enemies here. Then just to the right of the map as well, or screen, I will show it. There's another area where you can go and get some more kills. And there is sometimes a chest there. I think there is always a chest there. I don't think there's an RNG when it comes to chests. Okay, we've got a rare ring there. We'll have a look at that later. But then you come around here. You want to clear this group of enemies out. Okay, there is no chest here, but there is more enemies. So if you want the experience, definitely come here. So if you're struggling with the Gryphon, there is plenty of places you can farm. Well, at least plenty of places. There is a place you can farm to get good enough gear and get the levels to be able to take the Gryphon on. You just come down here, click on this chest. You've got 2 chests here. And just like that, we have got a new 2-handed club, which is nice. Let's see if I can... There we go. Easy as that. And all you do is escape to main menu. And you go again. So we're going to do this a few times to get a few more levels, because we are going to struggle as being an unblessed, and we'll see you. For you, it's going to be seconds. For me, it's probably going to be about an hour. See you shortly. Oh, we've done a few levels. We're now level 8. You see the top left. This Gryphon's level 5. We have actually just got 2 achievement points here. Oops. Everything's gone into Vigor and Might as per usual. And we've now got Teleport on our dodge, which is quite useful. This we've got on Guard, which makes the barrier better in reflecting guards. When we use it, 40% of all damage is reflected back. Then we just focused on pure Vitality Drain and a little bit of Indomitable. So when we hit the enemy, the first couple of seconds, we will absorb some damage. Come on. Come on, Gryphon. So, doing a bit of damage to her. Definitely want to move away from her attacks when we can. Okay, that's a fair bit of damage there. Okay, that's a lot of damage there. Okay, there are some attacks we definitely want to move away from. Okay, keep away from this attack. Did that far too early. There we go, dodge that one, perfect. Come on, almost down. Come on, we can do this. Okay, put my barrier up. Then we can tank this. Come on. Right, definitely want to get away from this. Perfect. Bonk. She's down. Huzzah. We've done this as absolute heathen. There we are. We're just a complete unblessed. Let's say here. Yeah, there we go. Unblessed. This is our second attempt. Huzzah. We can now look at all these items. Let's have a look. Anything good? No, not really. No, not really. 200 rare axe. Not particularly that great. And you, critical hit chance. Fire damage. Yeah, we'll put you on this. There we go. If we can crit more, that'd be great. And that's it. Increased cooldown rate. That's probably worthwhile. There we go. Awesome. So, we will not pull this because it starts next. Kind of the next part of the story. So we'll end this episode here and we'll continue with the episode next Tuesday. So continue through as the Unblessed. Hopefully we can complete the game. So hope you had a good time and we'll see you in the next episode. Before we finish, we've got a couple of links down in the description down below. First one is to the community Discord if you want to join the community. Small community, slowly growing, you're more than welcome to join. We've got 2 YouTube channels down below as well. One is to Mrs Rothmers account. Channel called One Nerd for Them All, which is all about anything fantasy related, whether you want to learn about Lord of the Rings, some Warhammer, a bit of Game of Thrones, Witcher, all that type of stuff. She's got it all on her channel. You have a joint YouTube channel called Nerdy Miniatures, which is all about the Warhammer tabletop. Currently just building, painting, soon to be battling some Age of Sigmar, some Warcry. We soon be moving towards having some kill teams and some 40k. So have a wonderful day everyone and peace out.